Hello, right, Tracy Lou here. I'd like to show you how to make, it's called a pyramid card. Well, it's a card, but it's also like a mini album. And here it is. This is what hopefully we're going to make today. So you can, as it pops off the box, and there we go. It looks complicated, but I can show you it isn't. So here we go. The first page. There we go. And here we can put pictures. Okay. So then you've got a second page, which is just a plain opening. So here I've put, let me just get in focus, or in screen should I say. I've put a little sentiment, and we can have a photograph here. Then the next one, I've left this blank, so you can put a photograph or some writing. You can have a photograph here, but this one comes down, like so. So you can have photographs, but you can also flip it up and have more photographs. So that's that one.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Please excuse my Alexa. Then flip it over again. We've got a space here, and we've got a little swing tab there. This is also magnetised, as you can hear, both sides. And it's a little gatefold. Okay. Then flip it over again, next page. And as you can see, we're going down or up, whichever way you want to look at it, in size and bigger areas. Then here we've got a waterfall, and it's just a 3-card waterfall, but if you include this one, it's 4. Okay, and again that's magnetised. Flip again, got another nice big area for a photograph. And what I've done here with the belly band here, we've then got a napkin card, which opens out to hold yet another photograph. So we pop that back under the belly band. If you hear any rumblings, it's not thunder, it's the aeroplanes they're playing today. And then the last one, nice big area here. And I made a couple of little envelopes which hold a couple of little tags. Now I don't know whether I'm making the envelopes in this demo or not. We'll see when we get to the end, because I can't remember what I made to go there, to be in all honesty. Then at the back, to hold the ribbon in place, I'll just put a nice piece of decorative paper there. So that's what I'm going to show you how to make. Now, what do you need? Well, obviously you need your card, but the tools that you'll need, bone folder, that will be your best friend. Scissors, cutting obviously, double-sided tape. Now for this one I'm using, this is just the one from Hobbycraft. It's good enough, it's great, it's a decent one, but you can use your red line, your orange line, the choice is yours. And then I'm also using some colour all-purpose glue, which that is, I'll be honest, one of my go-to glues. Absolutely brilliant. You will also need a scoreboard. Now I'm using my Martha Stewart, which again I swear by. Okay. Now I have done all the scoring prior to the video, because it gets very boring watching somebody just keep scoring lines. You'll also need a guillotine or a trimmer to cut your card to size. Again, mine's all been cut, but I will give you all the dimensions, that's not a problem. So, onwards and upwards, as they say. So, here's the first lot. Let's go. I can't remember what I've done where. So, let me just see where I'm at. See, I've been playing, this is my thing. I have to make sure what I've done where. Is it 2 3/4? That's the one. Yep, there we go. Right, so now I'm doing blue and white in this particular instance. So if I just get all my white card out first. Yep. So this is where you can see I've been playing at getting ready for the insides as well. As to what I'm doing inside and where. We can sort that out afterwards. See, I'm all higgledy-piggledy here. Never mind. Right, so I'll just put that to one side for a moment. That can go up there. Right, so these are my base cards. And if I was to put them together like so, you'll see they go down in size. Now, if I start from the biggest and work my way up, what you will need is, for the first one, it's going to be 12 inches long by 6 inches wide. Okay, and you score at 6 inches. Okay, so that is going to be your base card. And then you're going to burnish the score line, because you need to make sure they're all nice and flat. Alright, so that it turns out to be 6 by 6. So like I say, you start off 12 by 6 and score at 6. Okay, now the next one, so your next size is going to be 11 inches long by 5.5 wide, and you're going to score at 5.5, and then you're going to burnish that again to make sure it's nice and flat, because that will then sit inside there. The next one is going to be 10 inches long by 5 inches, and as you'll see, we're coming down 1 inch on the length, ½ inch on the width on every single one. So again, burnish the edge. So this one is now 9 inches. Half of 9 is 4.5, so it's 4.5 inches wide, and you score at 4.5. And again, burnish. So if that was 9, this is going to be 8 by 4, and score at 4. Now those of you who've got the kit, you'll have all this done for you. So this is now 7 by 3.5, and score at 3.5. And the last one is 6 by 3, score at 3. So that's your base cards done. So the next bit is to get your accent colour. And like I say, I've gone for blue. Now what you're doing is you're coming in by 1/4 inch to give yourself a nice little matte and layered area, because then that one will go down and then your next one goes on top, and you leave yourself a nice little edge. So this is what we'll start with. So all I'm doing, I'm not taping these down, I'm gluing these down. So it's just a case of pop your glue on, and then just eyeball it. If you've got tape, you see, once it's down, you haven't got, excuse me, what they call the wiggle room. Let's just place it down, take your time, like I've always said. You're not in a race. So then get your next layer. Always make sure you've got your spines together, so they all open the same way. Okay, and let's pop this one down. Again, glue it down. You would want to use a decent glue. I mean, you can use a white glue for this. It doesn't have to be the Collall. It just happens to be my particular choice of glue. So there we go. That's that one down. So now knowing that's the 5.5, I now know. Just move that up a bit. That next piece should be 5.25. So I'll just pop this on like so. Again, it's all done by eye. I know there's writing on it, but because we're putting the card and the card bases on top, it's hiding the writing, so it's not a problem. So the next one is the 4.5. And if you just want to make sure yourselves, always just dry down. In other words, there's no glue or tape on it. Again, make sure the spine's on the left hand side, because the last thing you want to do is put it on the wrong side. There we go. Pop the glue down. Pop that into place. Let me just check that's still all in. If I move that up a bit, actually, we're in on sight a bit better, aren't we? There you go. So if that was the 4.5, I need this to be the 4.25. No, next one up. So it's got to be the 4.75. There we go. So pop that one on. Now if you've got too much glue on the edges, just with the Collall, you see, you can rub the glue away, as it were, which is one of the reasons I like using the Collall. There we go. And already you can see the really pretty effect you're going to get with the two colours. Okay, so the next one is, I think, the 4-inch one. I know this is a bit boring, but it's sort of like, what's that old saying, teaching your grandma to suck eggs. But sometimes even I need to remind myself of the basics. There we go. Whoops, take that up a tad. Across a bit as well. That's it. See, that's that wiggle room that we talk about. It is worth having. So that's the 4.25, just to make sure. Yep. Like so. Bring that down and in. Okay. So then the next one is the 4. Now if you want to stop at the 4, you can. Or if you didn't want to put the two big ones at the bottom, you can make this as, you know, the full size or smaller if you want. The choice is totally down to you. Just because I need a bit more glue on that edge there. Just because I've used all of them doesn't mean you have to. Alright. So pop that one down there. But can you see how easy it actually is. It looks very, very intense. Have I got the right one there? Yes, I have. So it's 3 3/4 next. Like I say, with the kits, they are all in order. So if you take them out in order, you shouldn't get kerfuddled. Alright. I will show you how your kit is going to come to you at the end of the video. Okay. Last but one. So this is the 3.5 by 7 and scored at 3.5 in the middle as well. Spine's there. Alright, like I say, always check the spine. Right, now, I don't know whether you can see this, but I've got a bit of glue there. So because it's the collar, see how I can rub it away? Never to be known that it was there. Obviously you know because you've just seen me do it. Alright. So that means, is that on that one? 3 1/4. Yep, there we go. And then we're on the top. Okay, so pop that one down there, like so. Okay, we've got some glue trying to escape up top there. Give that a good rub away. There we go. No, there's more there as well. Oh, it's really playing up on this one. I think I must have gone a bit overboard. Give that a bit of a push up. There we go. And the last but not least, I'm not happy with that cut, with that score line. Right, I'm going to show you why I'm not happy with it. I'm going to rectify it rather quickly. Can you see? Don't know whether you can. You might be able to there. See how I've got a bit of a lip on that? I don't like lips. So I'm just going to cut that edge off. You know I'm a bit of a perfectionist. You can't help me. I am who I am. There we go. It's made that a tad smaller actually, but never mind. Don't know why that happened, but it is what it is, as they say. These newfangled sayings, I really don't like some of them. So we need 2 3/4, which is, that one doesn't look quite right. But that's it. Now I do need to turn that one over. So, which is exactly what I'll do. So, like so. I suppose I could have erased it, but you sometimes leave an eraser mark, and I don't want to do that. So, right, to all intents and purposes, that is, once I've got rid of all this excess glue I've just got all over it, let me just give some rubbing. Seems to be a lot coming out of that one. Right that on my hand. There we go. The second layer's still coming out as well. Okay. Want some down this side? No, that's alright then. Okay, there we go. So now, look, there we go. So that's 1. That's 2. Let's just get rid of, there's a bit there. There we go. That's 3. That's 4. 5. 6. And we're at the end. Alright. So that's it, that's done. So now we're going to start playing. Alright. After I've had my slurp, because you know what I'm like for slurping. Right, okay, so the first one. So, where is it? Oh, it's still in the bag. I'm good. Is it? No, here it is. I've got all bits all over the place. Right, so, what you'll get in your kit is you'll get this little card, white card, okay? Now this is for the first one, because we're going to start from the top and work our way down. So this is actually going to go inside here, okay? So then you've got to fold out. A bit dirty there, so we're going to turn it around like that. Now, and then these, I've cut these to size because this is slightly smaller. You've got one there, one there, should be another little one there, and there should be a larger one somewhere. Where is it? I bet you that's still in the bag, she says. Like I say, I've got bits all over, unless I haven't cut that larger one for me. So I cut it for the kit, the other kit I was doing. It's either there or I've used it for something else earlier. So I was playing with other bits. Yep, I've used it for something else, so I'll have to cut that piece out for me. Yep, I'm going to have to cut that piece out for me, but you get the idea. No, because I need to put, I think I want a piece underneath that white there. So I'm going to cut out while we're here. So I'm going to cut with a blade actually, rather than the thing. That's not deep enough. That should be. Just bear with me. So 2 3/4. Okay. So it's 2 3/4. Two and 3/4. Right, there we go. I will be putting extra base card in your kits in case you make a small mistake, because there's nothing worse. Right, so what I'm going to do, what you're going to do next is pop a base card piece on the bottom here before you lay down your piece of white. Okay, so there's that first piece down. Then you're going to get your little white card. Now I've got, one's a bit dirty on one side, it's there. So that is the side I'm going to lay down. I don't know how all white's got dirty, but it has. So what we're going to do is lay that. Do you know, I didn't need to do that white. Look at that, I didn't need to do it. That's silly, never mind. That was a waste of time and energy, but never mind, we live and learn, don't we? Then what we're going to do is pop these down. So then you're going to get your two little, it was the other side I needed it for. What a stupid one. So we're going to pop these here, like so. So I'm going to have one there. That's That's on the wong. There we go, that's better. Now the glue's coming out from underneath there now. So I didn't show. So I'm going to have one there, but what I've done is I've popped these in. So I'm going to have that one there. Let's see where I was going with this now. See, that's a bit small for that, but hey ho. So I'm going to pop that one here. Now, however you want to pop your papers in is purely down to you. I'm going to pop that one in here as well, but I'm going to leave that centre blank. That is a bit small to go there, but if I keep it in line with that, it's not going to look too bad. It really isn't. There we go. And then I'm also going to pop that one there. Like so. Okay. So that is your first page done. Alright. Because don't forget it's going to be held closed by the ribbon. So that's your first one done. So the second one. The second one, if you remember, was just 2 plain pieces. That's too big. Now I think they were for the waterfall. I've got to work out what I'm doing where now. They're waterfall. Right, so I've got one piece there. And I should have a designer piece for that as well. So I don't know whether I did everything accordingly ready or not. I really don't. No, they're too big. I'm not certain I've got absolutely everything ready. So I'm going to put a blue there for now. Because I don't want anything doing in on this one. I just want a piece of plain and a piece of designer paper. So I'm going to put, there's the plain. And I'm going to leave that other side ready for my designer paper, which I will cut off camera and then just add afterwards. Alright, so that's 2 done. Right, now for 3. I think if I remember correctly, so that's 1, 2, 3. Right, 3 was the fold out. So this is number 3. So 3, you can have one of 2 ways. You can have coming down or up. So that's going up, okay, or flick it around like so even, and you can have it coming down. Personally, I like it coming down. So what you're going to do is, either way, just place your glue on one of the ends. So have the fold, if you're bringing it down towards you, place, so it's just a single, and you've got the mounting fold nearest your body. Okay, if you want it going upwards, have the mounting fold at the top. Okay, so if you want it to come down towards you, have the mounting fold nearest to your body. Okay, so just lay that down like so. Alright, so that's that. And then you can either put a plain piece there. I can't remember, did we have, yeah, we had a plain piece on the other one. So we can have a plain piece there. Let's just bring this in for you. I'm trying not to go to the edge because it seems that the glue is coming out when I'm placing down. But I don't really want to start using tape. Right, so there's that one done. Okay, so now let's get, I don't know if this is the one that no, that's too big. So is it this one? That's too big. I think I've cut the wrong ones twice. I think I've cut I've cut it twice. I must check that kit then, because it really does look like I've cut the same number twice. Yes, I have. Silly sausage. Right, you know where I'm going with this, don't you? I've cut the same one twice. Yep, I have. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. I'll get it sorted. Right, so that's that, and then we can get that done. Right, so the next one, flip over. I think this is the gatefold next, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, this is the gatefold. So here's the gatefold. Again, it's all cut and ready for you. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to place that in there. Now what we can do, before we place it down, we can actually make the gatefold. And you can also have it with magnets if you so wish. I'm actually not going to put magnets in mine this time, because it doesn't really need magnets. It was a bit overkill on the magnets personally. I will be putting magnets in the kit in case you want them. Okay. So let's just score those. Alright. What was I just about to get? The sliders. I forgot to get the sliders out. There they are. So right, so we need the two sliders out, and we also need the brads, which is something else I forgot to get out. So bear with me and I'll be back in a moment.